Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shelly. I'm currently teaching second grade in Northern California, but that's gonna change. If you saw my last video, I made an announcement. I am moving to third grade next year, which is so exciting. I'm taking all these kiddos with me. So that's not what this video is about. This is just a normal end of the year classroom vlog, but I also wanna share with you a ton of like end of year activities. Before we jump into that, today is, what is it? Thursday, May 25th. Our last day of school is Tuesday, don't ask me why, June 6th. So I have today, tomorrow I'm out. I have a sub. We have Memorial Day, so then we have next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday. Now, if you have been teaching for a little while, you know that the end of the year is chaos. You're trying to wrap everything up. You find yourself with a lot of kind of empty blocks of time as well, so you have to find things to do to keep them engaged and clean, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm gonna share with you in this video a bunch of activities that I have found, some resources that I've found that I think will super help you out. If you've already finished the end of the year, save this video for next year because some of these resources are saving my life. So let's walk through what we have going on today. Okay, so also at this point in the year, the schedule starts to really get tweaked. First thing in the morning, we have move-up day. This is something that we do at our site. I will share about that in just a minute. We have our morning meeting. This is our final chunk of math in terms of curriculum. We are taking our math benchmark test. That's the last thing I need to finish my report cards. And then we are performing our readers theater, which I will chat about. iReady is a computer assessment. Again, end of year, a lot of it is assessing as well. Then lunch, then we are going to work on a art project. We have some PE, and then we do an end of the year countdown, and then we go home. Thursdays are a short day, so we're out at 2:15. Okay, so move up day is this thing that we do at our school where today we rotate all the kids around. So first graders will come up to second grade, they will visit our classrooms, and then we just kind of share with them what to expect in second grade, answer any questions, play a couple games. It's interesting though, because I am moving to third grade next year and my kids are staying with me, but I'm still participating and so are my kids in move up day. So we decided as a team that instead of just hanging out with one first grade class for 30 minutes, we're gonna rotate 10-minute chunks. So I'll get one first grade class for 10 minutes, we rotate another first grade class, we rotate another first grade class. So my plan is to just sit in a morning meeting circle, we'll play step in, step out. I will briefly tell them what to expect in terms of curriculum, answer any questions, and then show them this really cool, where is it? We got these new TVs and they're touchscreen and they're freaking rad. And the kids will get really excited about that. So we'll play like, I don't know, Hangman or something on that to show them how cool those are, because next year all the classrooms will have one. And that's move up day. And then, like I said, we're taking our math benchmark. I mentioned readers theater in my last video. It's my favorite activity for the end of the year. I should honestly say it's a good activity for all year long. I really want to do more of them next year. But essentially, you have some sort of a script and the kids have been practicing for a week and then they started performing them. They're really just reading them. You can go as deep or as shallow as you want. But some of my kiddos brought like costumes and it's so cute. But in my last video, sorry, the lighting's all weird. Somebody asked me where I got my readers theater materials. They come in our curriculum. So we use benchmark in our district, and the benchmark curriculum comes with like 3 readers theater per unit. So I think I have like 25 of them, which is actually really cool because I don't have to print anything. They don't have to keep track of anything. But if you don't have that, I'm sure there are a zillion things on Teachers Pay Teachers or online that you could find. Just print them like little scripts and then do it that way. That's what I did in the past, but that answers that question. It's in our curriculum. iReady's a beast if you guys use it. Any computer assessment, especially when they're this young, is really rough. And I'm hoping that we can finish today because I have a sub tomorrow, but I don't know. The kids are gonna be here in just a minute, so I'm gonna put you guys down. I'll pick you back up a little bit later and share with you some of these end of the year activities that I'm really excited about. And then we'll just keep moving on with our day. I know it's Thursday, but it's really my Friday, and I'm so excited. Okay, just like that, it's the end of the day. But that's okay because it's a short day. And as promised, I want to show you some really cool end of the year activities. So here we go. I have a lot of them kind of laid out here on the back table, Before I get started, I want to mention that most of these resources came from creativefabrica.com. I will have all of their information linked down below. I had never heard about them, and then they had reached out to me at the best time. I was kind of frantically looking for things to do at the end of the year, and Creative Fabrica is a website that has endless resources. Up to 7 million fonts, there's different crafts you can do, different projects, teaching resources. There's a million things on there, literally. So what I did is I went and downloaded some things that I think are appropriate for the end of the year, and I want to share them with you. So let me show you what we got. Okay, first things first, I downloaded from Creative Fabrica is this math activity board, and I specifically am choosing this one right here. Our last math unit was data, so I'm having the kids create their own survey. So I stole that idea from them, and then I kind of created my own packet where they're going to be creating a picture graph, a bar graph, and collecting data. So that's gonna fill up our math slot for the next week. And I can't believe I never thought of that on my own, because it's a very simple way and an engaging way to get them practicing actually making their own graphs. So that's the first thing that we're gonna do. The second thing is a little bit different, because in the past I've done writing a letter to next year's second graders, but I'm keeping all these kiddos. So Creative Fabrica had this friendly letter packet, I suppose. So we're gonna be writing a friendly letter to themselves on the first day of school next year. So here are some of the components that came with this resource. This isn't all of it, but it basically has a friendly letter checklist, space for a rough draft, a final draft, and then this is the one I really liked. It's a really nice sample of all the components of a friendly letter. So we will be working on this for writing next week, which I'm really excited about because it's something new. Okay, these next ones that I saw, I was really excited about. I don't know how well they're gonna be able to do these, but I have some that I know are gonna cling on to it. And I made one this morning, and they are these 3D robot or animal paper like structure things. So I made a lion, I did it super fast, but it's like you cut out all the pieces and then you construct these little animals. Such a fun thing to put in a center at the end of the year because it's totally guided. The kids that wanna do it will take off. It's also super good for their fine motor skills. I was cutting and I was like, wow, they need this kind of practice. So we're gonna stick this in at the end of the year, and I'm really excited to see how those turn out. I'll probably have them color them first and then build. And then the fourth thing I downloaded from Creative Fabrica are just a bunch of coloring pages. There is nothing like coloring at the end of the school year. The kids love it. It's a really easy like early finisher activity. And they had a bunch, like I'm talking hundreds of summer coloring pages. So I just downloaded like 15 of them and I'll copy them as I need them. All of these were so easy to find and I just printed right off the website. So easy. So again, I will have all that information linked down below. Also, they have a really cool offer right now and it's come just in time for the end of the year. So typically an all access subscription is $9 a month, or you can pay for the whole year for $60, which honestly, if you have PTO funds, have your PTO pay for it. It's worth every penny, but that's besides the point. Right now they have an all access membership, 1 month free trial. And when you sign up for it with all the links and information down below, you get 10 free downloads. All this stuff that I downloaded was 100% free, and it's 10 downloads of whatever you want, fonts, anything, and then you can cancel anytime. So if you're not interested in furthering the subscription, you don't have to. But again, if you can get your PTO to pay for it, that's what I'm gonna do next year. Totally worth it. So I will have all that information linked down below. Definitely go check it out, especially if you're desperate for things to do at the end of the year. I know they have stuff for the beginning of the school year too, so definitely worth looking at. Okay, moving on. I do have some other things I love to do at the end of the year that I pulled out of my files that I also want to show you. So the first thing is cursive. They love learning it. They talk about it all the time. I just have a bunch of cursive pages you can get on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I'll make them little packets and then they can work on it. I do explicitly teach them how to make the letters just on whiteboards, but then they have this to do. Some of the kids love it, some don't, and if they don't, they don't have to do it. It's just kind of a fun little filler. But it's actually helpful because they need to know how to read cursive, you know? So we also have uppercase letters. Okay, this one I think I've shared in the past. I love doing little memory books. I've done all kinds. I think we found this one on Teachers Pay Teachers. If I can find it, I will link it for you guys, but they have a ton that you can download. And then kids do what they want with this in terms of how nice they want to make it. But again, it's just a really fun thing to do at the end of the school year. It takes a good chunk of time, and it's something they can put in their little memory box. So something else that we'll be doing next week. All right, some other fan favorites that I know I've mentioned here before. Jenga, the little dollar store Jenga blocks. I color the ends of them, and then they build towers and they play Jenga, but every color they pull, they have to answer some sort of a question. Also, if you've been here for a while, you know that I make slime at the end of every year. I am the most apprehensive to do it this year because this costume is brand new, and my last 2 years have been a flop. I don't know why. The best batch I ever made was the first one I ever recorded here on YouTube, back when I taught 3rd grade. So I'm gonna try and watch that and recreate it because slime is super fun. Also, I think I'm gonna do shaving cream spelling. I see that all the time and I've never actually tried it, and I know the kids would love it. So we're gonna do some shaving cream spelling. We're doing a 2nd grade Olympics outside. I think that's all I have off the top of my head, but these next 6 days are going to be a whirlwind. I don't really have the sadness that I sometimes get right now because I know that I'm gonna see these kids next year. But I hope that helps. If you have any end of the year activities that you love, love, love to do, please leave them down below. I love learning from you guys. We need to share things like this. So if you have anything good, leave it down below. I think that's all I have for you for this video. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed, give it a thumbs up, go down, check out Creative Fabrica, get the free trial. You have nothing to lose, totally worth it. Other than that, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.